welcome back to the Steak and Brush. I'm Christine, and today we're just going to go over a few January favorites and fails. I don't have many, but I thought I'd just let you know what I've been enjoying. Before we get into it, as always, if I could have you like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and just go ahead and hit the little bell next to subscribe to be notified of all of my new video postings, and follow me over on the steak underscore brush on Instagram. I'll get that right one of these days. Okay, so what do I have in my favorites and fails? I only have one fail, and it's not really a fail, but it's kind of a disappointment, and so we'll just get that out of the way right away. The Soap and Glory Kick-Ass Foundation. The all-day wear foundation, and that's where the disappointment comes in. This was supposed to be a dupe of the CYO Life Proof Foundation, which in all honesty I have not tried, so I can't compare it as a dupe. But what I was really disappointed with is how it says all-day wear, and I could barely get it to last for 8 hours. I think it looked good up until, like, the 6 or 7 hour mark. So if you have a short day, and if I have a short day, I'll use this again because it did look nice. But if you have a long day, this is not, this breaks up and falls off, and it does not work as an all day. I mean, it's, like I said, it's barely 8 hours. It won't get you to the 24 like it says. So that's my disappointment. As far as my favorites go, I have a lot of things that I just bought in the last couple weeks that I'm really want to put in there, but I just haven't worked with them enough times for me to justify saying that they're my favorites. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Dew Color Tropical Palette. This was something I had never heard of the brand at all before, but my daughter got it for me for Christmas. And these colors, I mean, first of all, there's just tons of colors in here. So if you are a colorful gal or guy, this is such a nice palette. And they are so freaking pigmented. I mean, let me just do a swatch on a couple of these. I got, you may remember, one of the Morphe palettes that had lots of colors in it. And I was so disappointed with that. This, however, I mean, these are so freaking pigmented. That's just one swipe right there. They're beautiful colors. This palette also has in here blush, bronzer, and highlighter. I actually don't know how much it costs because I didn't want to look it up since my daughter bought it for me, but I'm assuming it wasn't that much, probably around $20 or so. I know she got it off of Amazon. Her criteria was she was trying to find the best rated one that she could fit into her budget. So, I would definitely say that is an awesome palette for the money if you're looking for something colorful. A foundation that I did like was the Maybelline Dream Radiant. The only thing I had with this is I didn't really get it to be very radiant throughout my wear, but that might just be my skin. I've had a lot of problems getting anything radiant to look radiant, but I thought this wore really well. I did like the, what was the Dream Urban that came out last summer, and I know a lot of people didn't like that and a lot of people don't like this, but it seems to work very, very well with my skin. And the other one was very finicky with what kind of primers you could use with it. This, I've had no problem with any of the primers. So that went into my favorites. I've been using Cureology now. That's kind of blinding there. I've been using Cureology now, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, and I looked at it last night and I finally realized my sunspots are finally starting to fade, and I've got to give it to the Cureology because it has, they work out the formula with you to determine what's best for you. So everybody's will be a little different, but mine has 3 ingredients, and I told them that my biggest concerns were my sunspots and combat signs of aging like fine lines and wrinkles. and it has niacinamide, which is great for a ton of different things. But one of the things is to lighten sunspots and discoloration. Tretinoin, which is like a retin A, vitamin A, and that is the most well-tested over time anti-aging ingredient. And so we know, I mean, you know, there are people that have been taking it for 20 and 30 years, and, you know, we know this does really well. And then tranexamic acid, and that is specifically for the sunspots. So I'm really, really pleased with the results. I do this on a subscription service. It's like $19.99 plus $4 shipping. I do it every month. You don't have to do it just, you know, if you've got sunspots or something. You can do it for anti-aging. You can do it for acne. You know, any of your skin concerns, you can tell them and they'll formulate it just for you. You can actually try it out for free and you just pay like the shipping. I know this sounds sponsored, but obviously they have no idea who I am, except I'm somebody who sends a payment every month. Primers. I got this in Allure, I believe. And it's the Hello Fab First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. And I really, really like it. It has just the tiniest bit of a tint to it, but it seems to go away right away and blends right into skin. It is a water-based moisturizer and primer. So it works really well with, if you have a water-based I can't think of words today. It works really well if you have a water-based foundation. So, and it's moisturizing and it has a really nice smell. It's a tropically kind of smell, a little bit of coconut, but it's not that fake coconut smell. Can't stand the fake coconut smell. So I really like that. Next, I've got two mascaras. The first one was kind of a late edition. I got this also in an Allure box. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara, and I thought it was okay the first time I used it, but the more I've been using it, the more I've really, really enjoyed it. It has just a very, very typical wand. No hourglass shape, nothing like that. It doesn't go va-va-va-voom, but it definitely gives me lashes where I didn't have lashes. And so I have been reaching for this, which is kind of strange for me. So my second favorite mascara is the Fenty Full Frontal Volume Lift and Curl Mascara. It's a hell of a name. It took me a while to remember it. Its claim to fame is it has the fat and the skinny side on the brush. I don't know how much that technology is what makes me like it so much, but it gives me tons and tons and tons of volume and length. I actually put it up against my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir, and this came out the winner. It makes even my bad eyelashes look good. So that was a winner for me this month. Lipsticks, I just had one. I got this Bite Beauty sample from a friend. It is in the shade Chai. I do apologize. I should have looked this up first, but I know they have reformulated a lot of their line, and I don't know if this is a reformulated one. It doesn't tell me on here, but I love this color, and I'm not big on bullet lipsticks, but I really like the feel of this one. Another palette that I had it's the first Viseart palette I've ever owned. Again, this was a gift from a friend, and this is the Petite Pro 5. As you can see, it's so cute when you open it up too. It has a little magnetic opening there, and then it just has the 8 little mini pans, but these are so pigmented. And this purple, I don't know if this is going to show at all. but this purple, the duochrome on it is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, there are very few duochromes that I have really thought were that awesome, and that's one of them. Just have 3 more items left. The next one is this brow pencil. It's from the dollar store. It is my LA Colors. It's just brow pencil. It doesn't even have, I don't even think the color, it's just a brown pencil. I ran out of my CoverGirl Ultrafine pencil, and in a couple days until I could get out and get another one, since I didn't have a backup, I was using this. And the only thing that keeps me from using this more than the CoverGirl is the CoverGirl, hence its name, Ultrafine, has an ultra-fine tip to it. And this has one that you have to sharpen, and it's not as small, so it doesn't make the hairlines quite as nice as the CoverGirl. But for $1, and I believe it came in a pack of 2 for $1, these are awesome. Don't talk a lot about hair care on here, but I did get from a friend who got from a FabFitFun box the Way Leave-In Conditioner. I have obviously super long, super thick hair. It has a lot of wave to it, and because it's colored, and bleached, it's also very, apt to get tangled. And this stuff is great for it. I've had, some really great hair days because of this. It's made my hair look a whole lot better. This is quite pricey. I'm gonna see, what kind of dupes I can find, but I really do enjoy this. And this, I know I shouldn't put it in here because I've only used it once, but I completely fell in love with it. I got this is the Hair Tools Professional, you know what, I don't even know the specific name for it. I'll have to look it up and put it down in the description box. But I got this for free when I joined Allure, and it's like $85 or something like that. But it's, one of these blow drying brushes. I used it yesterday, and I have never been able to dry my hair as quick, much less dry and straighten my hair at the same time. I mean, this was a huge time saver for me. I almost never do anything heat related to my hair because it's so thick. I mean, it takes forever to do my hair. My hair comes, halfway down my back. This has, the little plastic hairbrush bristles with the little bulbs at the end, and it also has like the kind of like an old-timey hairbrush, it's not old-timey, but like 80s hairbrush bristles in here. Of course, it's hollow in the center with the holes in it that let the air come out, and you just brush through it like you normally would. And I mean, I've had things like this in the past, and they always get tangled, and it wasn't worth it, but this just worked beautifully. I'm so in love with this. If you can find it, I mean, I could never justify paying $85 for it, but if you could find it cheaper, I love this thing. Completely in love with it. All right, so those were my favorites and one fail, which was more just like a disappointment for the month of January. Let me know what you liked and what failed for you, because I'd like to, especially the things you liked, I like to try them too. All right, but thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.